Hello, squad leaders, and welcome to Squad School. In this video, we're going to talk about the Mom Squad. Okay, so you can follow along in the agenda. I'm going to just kind of highlight some of these areas. Some of it is just repeat information, just as a reminder, but we're going to go through each item. So, how your Mom Squad meetings should look. So each of your groups are budgeted for 9 Mom Squad meetings with childcare. So you'll need to choose 9 dates for the year. They should work best for your team. So check with your team first and make sure, that the majority of your group can make it. Sometimes there's someone who can only make a couple of meetings. You're just going to have to do your very best to fill them in on all the information, make sure they get an agenda, things like that. Once you have these dates in place, please send them to me. I'll reserve those spaces and confirm with Trish because if she can't do childcare, you need childcare, then we'll need to adjust those dates. Okay. Um, in those requests, can you please please also let me know if there's a special room you like to meet in at your location or any setup preferences, things that you need. Okay. I did talk in the previous video about room requests and setup changes and just making sure that those come through me, and not through your location. And just a reminder that we are a central ministry that meets in our various locations. We're a ministry in Cedar Lake, Dyer, and Highland, but we're not a ministry of those locations. So we do operate a little bit differently, and we need to respect the boundaries of the location staff and keep us in the loop as Mom Station staff of what's going on. Okay? You can read a little bit more about that in the agenda. Uh, your mini squad coach is also going to need to choose her dates and let me know what those are. Again, any meeting spaces, time, and setup requests, whether you'll need childcare or not. And they will also know that from their mini squad coach meeting as well. All right, what you're going to be doing in your Mom Squad meeting. I hear a lot of people tell me like, "Oh, we didn't really need 2 hours or we really didn't need all of that time." And I got to be completely honest. I'm questioning like what is going on in your meetings a little bit. So, I would really love it if you guys can follow this timeline. I know that some of your teams are a little bit smaller, but there should be time for connection and growth in relationships. So if you're just running through like all of the meeting stuff and you're just quick passing out, jobs and duties and things to get done, take a step back and take some time to mentor and care for your team. I'm not saying that you're not doing that. It's just very hard to not have that time where you come together and share prayer requests, share a devotional, talk about life. So if you need to pull some budget funds and grab a Casey's pizza and a coffee cake and brew some coffee and just sit and relax for the first 20 minutes together, then please do that. Take that time to bond with your team. It will make all the difference in how you work together throughout the entire year. So step back. We're not rushing through another meeting. I know as moms, especially as middles moms, we're like, let's just get it done. Let's get the meeting done. Boom, boom, boom. But we are building relationships with our teams. That's why a lot of times when you come to squad leader meetings, we want to have dinner. We want to just take a few minutes to just be with you. So kind of keep that in mind as you are planning your meeting. Give time for your meeting to breathe and have life and just um, not be another meeting that we just rush through to get information out, but a meeting and time that you're actually really taking that time to pause and care for your team. If you haven't been doing that up until now, this year's a perfect time to start. So, okay. First thing I would love to see happening in your Mom Squad meeting is you sharing a devotional or something that God has laid on your heart over the last month for your team. There's so many good resources out there. I know we have a devotional list started somewhere, I believe, but also asking for prayer requests, whether you do it at the beginning, to kind of see where everybody's at. We carry a lot of heavy stuff, guys, as moms. We all have something going on, and taking pause and just allowing people to be human and share with you those requests is so important. So don't skip it. Don't just have it as another item on your agenda. Really intentionally take time to pause and pray for the women in your mom squad. Okay, next, you're going to engage them in planning for future meetings and encourage them to think big. We don't want just you planning your meetings. I would love to see everybody having a place and a time to share their ideas. If somebody's had a fun idea come up over the last month and they're really excited to share it, let them share. Or they've been thinking about something or saw something on the internet, let them share. Let's see how we can make some of those ideas come to pass. So, encourage them. Talk about speakers they'd like to see, activities, crafts, icebreakers. Listen, there's so much stuff out there. There's so many fun things to do. Everybody's got something that they can share. So make sure that you're not the one just putting out a plan for them to do and follow through on. Let them have a piece and share in the planning. It will make all the difference in your team and how you guys work as a team together to make something happen. It's exciting to see your idea come to pass. It's exciting to see people having fun doing the icebreaker that you recommended. So please, please engage them and bring them in. Okay. You're going to talk about any announcements that need to be given at your meetings or any announcements for your team. Upcoming events, any details, any announcements that need to be made about events, money collection, any of those types of things. You're going to talk through all of those details. Again, your um, party mom should be able to say, hey, what do you guys think about this idea? And everybody's able to give feedback. Nobody should feel like they have to come with everything planned out and then present it to the team. Let's do better at engaging our teams to be a part of what we're doing, whether you're the caring mom or the party mom or the sparkle mom. If there's a craft idea you really want to see happen or a centerpiece you really want to help create, then you should feel like you are able to give those suggestions. Okay. All right. Talk about your meetings that have been held since your last steering meeting. The good, the bad, the ugly. We never want that speaker to come back again. Please don't ever make us do that craft again. Um, this is a time where your mini squad coach should be bringing all the feedback from the mini squad leaders and sharing that with the team. And there are some times your team is not going to love all the feedback that they get from the mini squad leaders, but you need to listen to your mini squad leaders because they are listening to the voices of the people in their group. I have been a part of a mini squad, and we go back to that. They may not have said anything in the main session, but when we get back to that mini squad group, they're like, that speaker was boring, or I don't really like what they said about this or that, or I really loved that speaker. And maybe your mom squad wasn't super excited about bringing them, but your entire group was ecstatic about hearing them. So listen to the needs of your mini squad leaders through your mini squad coach. Okay. Let her bring the feedback. Okay, you're going to share meeting plans for upcoming meetings that are going to happen before your next mom squad meeting, and then make the plans together. Um, Positionals. If if you do not have a mini squad coach, then this is when, if you're still having your mini squad leaders meet with your mini squad, um, I'm sorry, your mom squad. If you're still having those mini squad leaders meet, then this is the time when they should exit. Your positionals should be private. They should be discussed with just your mom squad. So this would be the time when they could go. If you only have a couple and you really want them to stay, that's fine. But technically, they're not a part of the mom squad, so we're not like giving them, roles to fulfill. We're not asking them to do extra. They're taking care of the people in their group, okay? Um, so if you still have a mini squad coach who is meeting at the same time, this is when they should leave your meeting. Positionals should be discussed just with the mom squad, okay? So you're going to go through each mom squad position. You'll put it right on your agenda, you know, Sparkle Mom, Caring Mom, Party Mom, just list them all out, okay? And let them know when they're going to fall in the agenda so they can have what they would like to share. This is their time to share ideas, upcoming ideas that they have. It could be 6 months out, but let them share, get your, yay or nay. Um, Budgets should be shared, where you're at with your budget, upcoming events, what needs to be done at the next meeting, who's going to not be there, whose plans to be there, um, what social media things need to be put out. All of that is discussed within this time. I would leave about 10 minutes for each person to discuss what they want to discuss. If they don't use all their time, that's fine. But at least you have that time allotted for them to be able to talk. And let them know you have 10 minutes to kind of go through what you need to discuss. Um, I would strongly suggest that you take a lot of care to allow them to do their role. Um, do not assign tasks. Do not tell the party mom what she should be doing or what event she's going to create. Let them do their role. If there's an idea they bring and your team doesn't care for it, that's fine. Let the party mom know, hey, we really would rather not do that. Could we do this? Or have you thought about doing this? Be careful with your leaders to make sure you're staying in your lane. Okay. Um, this meeting should look like a business meeting. You want to respect people's time, start on time, end on time. Um, Make sure that you're organized and ready to go and get the meeting started, and make sure that you have everything ready to go. And if you need help and you're not able to get everything ready to go, draw some other people in to make sure that there's conversation ready to happen at your meeting. Okay. All right, let's move on to team management and celebration. So once you've completed the squad leader squad school, not before, which is a little bit different for some of you who missed, but you're going to want to bring your new team together for a planning meeting. And this is the time they can bring all of their ideas, can begin planning for over the summer for the fall. It's a great time to do the post-it activity. If you've not done that post-it activity with me, I will just briefly explain it. But you're going to get a couple stacks of post-it notes and pass them out to your team and tell them to dream big. Tell them to, if there was anything they wanted to see in their meetings this year, in Moms Nation as a whole, as far as special events or crafts or anything, write it on a post-it note, each idea separately on one post-it note. And then you're going to have them, whether you find like a whiteboard or something in the room where you're meeting, have them come up, share their idea, post it, and stick it on the wall. And then you just go around the room and have everybody do that. And honestly, like we've pulled a lot of really great ideas from doing the post-it activity. We did not do it in person this year because we just had so much to talk about, but we may still do it at another meeting because it is a great tool to know what your team is looking to make happen or an idea you haven't thought of yet. So, Highly recommend doing that. Let them share plans for their role, um, speakers they'd like to hear, service project ideas. Strongly encourage you not to book any speakers or make any set plans before you've met with your team for the first time for the year. Your team meetings and get-togethers are truly vital to your success. Your team will be stronger and more unified the more that they work together, have fun together, plan together. So take time to meet for dinner outside of a meeting. Take time to invite them over to your home if that's what you'd like to do. We are all about hospitality this year. So what better time than to think about opening your home and having your team over at some point. Um, Maybe you'll even encourage me to do it. That would be fun. Anyway, so yes, think about what you can do with your team this year. If you have a co-leader, even more fun because you could do it a couple times throughout the year. So, all right, let's move on to celebration. Mom Squad Christmas parties are always fun. You can do, like light appetizers and desserts. Everybody brings something. You could go do a gift swap. You can use a little bit of your budget, but I do ask, like, don't go crazy. Let this be a time where everybody could maybe contribute something, whether you do like the main course, pay for that with the budget or something like that, and then let them contribute. But um, yeah, you can do something with your budget if you'd like to, or get them a small gift. Totally up to you. All right, Mom Squad, sorry, May, end of the year celebration. I strongly encourage you all to plan to attend Nourish as a team. You could still plan a dinner out, but consider going without a gift because we do make it a priority to make sure that every Mom Squad member and mini squad leader get a gift from Moms Nation. So if you do dinner, maybe you take a little bit of funds from your group or you tell everybody, this is how much you could spend or whatever you do based on your budget. Or maybe everybody just goes out and pays for their own. That's okay too. But I do strongly, again, encourage you to come to Nourish because we put a lot of work into it and we want to celebrate you all as a team. So make it a fun opportunity to get out. It's also great for the end of the year to make sure that your Encourager moms do receive a small gift in thank you card. All right. Many squad leaders can be invited to your get-togethers, but the many squad coaches are also encouraged to plan sometimes, throughout the year where they'll get together. So I would encourage at least if you are still meeting with your mini squad leaders, at least one mom squad only event where you're just bringing your mom squad together. Okay. So I would encourage you to do that at least once this year. Otherwise, your mini squad coach should be doing some fun things with her team as well. Okay. Moms Nation Kids end of the year. So Trish has done an amazing job. She did a huge banquet this year. She catered from Little Italy. She had it in Dyer. There were quite a few in attendance. Um, she gets them a gift. They are paid workers. So please don't feel like you need to also do something for your childcare workers at your location. Of course, you can get them some if you want to get them something small like donuts or cupcakes or something. Okay, perfectly fine. But don't feel like you have to provide a big end of the year something for them. They do have the opportunity to go to that. If you'd like to do something for them, I've seen groups too where all the moms and kids get a chance to sign a big poster board, and then Trish can put that out um, at her event that she does for her workers at the end of the year, and they can all share that together. So just wanted to cover that because I know that there are still some groups who are going all out for the childcare workers, which is so sweet. But we want to be careful about how much we're asking from our moms to contribute. So I'll talk a little bit about that in probably another video. Okay, team communication. Make sure that you are getting the best forms of communication, just like your location specialist is going to ask you. You should be asking your team what is the best way? Is it email, Facebook, text? Um, Now you can also check like even their registration forms if you need to, but asking them, hey, what would be the best way for us to communicate? And then using two forms of communication. If you're putting it out on a Facebook group that you have, you should also be texting it. If you're putting it out on a text, you should also be emailing it, like finding those two ways. Be well prepared and communicate well. Making sure that you are prepared in advance is extremely helpful. I know things happen, they happen to me. We are moms, we are human, and there are times where it just doesn't happen the way you planned for it to happen. Understandable. Should that happen every single month, every single project, every single time? No. So be well prepared and make sure that you're communicating in advance so that your teams can do and be a part of as much as possible. Um, you're going to want to share your agendas for your Mom Squad meeting in advance. You can make copies at your location for them. But again, I'm going to reiterate to let people do their jobs. They came here, they signed up, they sat through an interview, they went through all of the application process to be here within this role. Let them do their role. Your job is to plan the speakers and the meetings and contract and take care of the mom squad. Make sure that they are allowed to do their jobs. And I'm saying this because we've seen it over and over in the leader surveys that people feel like they are being told what to do and not allowed to do the things they want to do. So let's make it happen for them. Okay. Offer help and guidance, but do not take over on something that they are doing. You're there to facilitate, like I explained. Okay. Moving on to training your team. August 1st is right around the corner. So please remind your teams that they need to be getting their squad school videos watched and turn in their form. We encourage the budget moms to have theirs done before registration opens. You can see, also, let me mention, if you go on Google Drive, you can go into leader resources under squad leader, and you can see the agenda right in Google Docs. So if you don't have the folder yet and you're watching this, I'm sorry, I didn't mention this earlier, you can follow along with that in the squad leader folder under meeting agendas. You'll see the training for this year. Okay. Also on Google Drive, you will see um, there's a leader status tracker. And so you can see that who has filled out the Moms Nation application to serve, who's been interviewed, who's filled out the um, faith application to serve, and who's completed their training. It's all in there in the very last tab under leader status tracking. And if you go into Google Drive and look at your training agenda, everything is linked in there for you, so you can click right on those links, okay? All right. If a mom squad member has a question and or you notice like your team member is struggling or missing the mark throughout the year and you don't have the answer, please, please, please have them reach out to their location specialists or Amy Walagora as soon as possible. Amy can provide additional coaching. She is the one that your mom squad leaders should be going to if they have a question or an issue or a problem. If your location specialist can't answer it, they will reach out to Amy. But My role is to take care of the squad leaders, and hers is to take care of the mom squad. So please have them reach out. Do not let them flounder and struggle, and do not sit there and get frustrated. Let's get them answers as quickly as possible. And maybe they need to revisit their training, and we can quickly pinpoint them and send them with those trainings so they can rewatch those. Okay. Let's not let our leaders struggle. Okay. All right, recognition. Recognition is a very big deal. Everybody loves to be recognized for what they're doing, what they're handling, what they're making happen. So it's great to recognize the members of your team in front of a room. If Susie is your caring mom and she's taking prayer requests, say, "This is Susie. She's our caring mom. She's going to be taking prayer requests throughout the year." Whether she's making an announcement. This is Um, Becky, she's our party mom. She's going to handle, doing all of our special events, recognizing them that in that way so that they can, the members of your group can begin to recognize them as, oh, there's teams, there's groups within this group that I can be a part of. There are positions, there are people, volunteers running this group. It was a very long time before I recognized that there were actually a group of volunteers running my group. I was like, oh, everybody's got like a position. Light bulbs went off. So let's let them know about them from the start and who these people are. Um, we're going to be talking more about teams and making sure that every um, position has a team. So it will be even better to identify them within just mentioning them. Mentioning their successes and encouraging them when you see something good has happened. And I'm going to do better too. So we can all work on this together, but just encouraging them when you see something good, um, let them know. And we're going to be working on very soon a leader shout out form. So if you want to put a shout out because someone on your team has done something great, we want you to click on that form and fill it out and let us celebrate them too. Okay. All right. That is going to conclude your Mom Squad training, and I will see you on the next video.